The Miami Dolphins just signed edge rusher Shaq Barrett. I'm Connor from the Dolphins Dive, and I'm going to break down this signing. Now, we all know Shaq Barrett from the run he had with the Buccaneers and how good he was in their Super Bowl run. He's not that same player in terms of the statistics he's been putting up recently, but he's still a solid edge piece, which is another need checked off for the Miami Dolphins, as we needed the edge depth with Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb returning from injury, and then Andrew Van Ginkel being a loss in free agency. Edge was a need, and the Dolphins go out and get a solid edge rusher to be a depth piece and probably start until those guys are fully back in form. So I'm happy with the signing in terms of it checks off a need, and you're getting a solid player to fill that role. And then in terms of the price of the player, it's a 1-year deal worth up to $9 million, and that's agent talk. So the agent gave the reporter the deal. It's probably less than that. It's probably like a $7 million deal and can go up to $9 million. So the price for Shaq Barrett wasn't that expensive. And once again, he's not that guy that put up 11 sacks a couple years ago. Last year, he's had 4.5 sacks, which isn't the best. But once again, you know what you're getting in Shaq Barrett, and that is a solid, stout edge rusher who can get the job done. He's not going to be the best player in the world, but he's not going to be a liability. And once again, adding that depth, allowing Phillips and Chubb to take their time to recover from the injury is big. And then probably my favorite part about this deal is that the Dolphins are currently in line to receive 2 third-round picks next season from the compensatory formula, losing Christian Wilkins and Robert Hunt. And when you sign players to deals, it can impact whether or not you get those picks and if they fall to later picks or whatnot. But since Shaq Barrett was released, those kind of players do not impact the formula whatsoever. So the Dolphins are still in line to get 2 third-round picks next year. And that's the kind of team building that the best teams do. They get picks for their best players. And although we didn't tag and trade Christian Wilkins, which we probably could have, I don't know, there was some money restraints and whatnot. The Dolphins probably could have tag and traded him for a second-round pick if I had to guess, but you never know. But the Dolphins are currently in line to get those 2 third-round picks, and this signing does not affect that. So you check off a need. You're still in line to get the compensatory picks. Overall, I think this is a great deal. And this goes back to what I've been preaching all season, that the Dolphins aren't going to be big fish spending. That's why we didn't go out and overpay for Christian Wilkins or Robert Hunt. As much as we love that homegrown talent, they outpriced themselves. I'm happy for them. They got their bags. But the Dolphins are now what I like to call discount shopping, but they're still getting quality players. Like, people love going to thrift stores nowadays and finding vintage stuff, and there's people who flip it for money, and that's what the Dolphins are currently doing. We're going to the thrift store and getting those quality items for cheap. And between this signing, Aaron Brewer, and Jordan Brooks, I'm happy with these kinds of deals, and I expect the Dolphins to make 3 to 4 more of these. And maybe they slow down a little bit and they wait till post June 1st, where they get Xavier Howard's money off the books and they can start signing more veteran players. But between the draft and the rest of free agency, I really think the Dolphins are going to fill out all of these holes, and we're going to be competing for the division. I know a lot of people thought we were resetting or retooling, but that's not the case. The Dolphins are in a win now window, and I don't expect anything to slow down. But I'm a big fan of this signing. Comment your thoughts down below. I appreciate you guys for watching so much. Like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And until next time, fins up.